I really didn't go to the event thinking that I would vlog per se, but while I was there, based on the vibe, I started feeling like I should do some form of content related to the concert, and this is why I'm here giving you guys my review.
Yeah, I'm Martin and dancing to the fullest, and I'm saying black is golden. This is the only page you need to be watching right now. You see us? It's right, it's real. Black is golden. Yeah, black is golden. It's a big deal. And dancing to the fullest. Peace.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Black is Golden. In this video, I will be giving you guys my review on the National Heroes Day Freedom Concert 2023. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you are a loyal member of the Golden Society, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking and staying with me. First things first, let me say that the views and opinions expressed in this video are solely mine. This video is not intended to make anyone feel as though their efforts are not appreciated or to come off in a derogatory way. This is solely my feedback on what went down at the concert, how I enjoyed it, what I think needed to change going forward for things to be better. So now that we've got this disclaimer out of the way, I want to talk to you guys about how I felt when the lineup was officially revealed. I saw that there were some local artists that were revealed first, and I really felt a sense of like pride seeing some local artists be a part of the National Heroes Day concert. It really speaks to me when you can see local artists getting an opportunity to be on stage with some of the regional and international acts that we tend to bring for certain concerts. The event was hosted by DJ Woodis, and I need to pause for a cause to say that Woodis was well dressed. He was well dressed, and the extra to his outfit, if I might add, in my opinion, was his patriotic shirt from Paradise Clothing. So Woodis, whoever dressed you, send them me props, please. You are well dressed. Moving straight into the lineup, the first performer on stage was Speedy. And being the first performer on any event is never an easy task. I feel like Speedy's performance was exceptional. He gave us a good mix of the tracks that he had from before and new tracks that he released this year, and I really enjoyed his performance, but I personally would have liked a bit more energy. At the end of his performance, he did a collaboration with Deli Ranks on a song that they had in the past, and that performance, the entire performance of the both of them wrapped up Speedy's performance perfectly. The duo, the performance, everything, in the words of Speedy, and nothing but niceness. We moved on to Daddy Tustee, and I absolutely enjoyed hearing some of his old songs. I haven't heard them in a couple years, and now that he's officially back on the scene and one of the kings for this year's Soca Monarch for Nevis Culturama, it was really a breath of fresh air seeing Tustee performing, and I can tell that he had like a thought process into what songs he wanted to use, what would come after what, based on the vibe he was trying to build, and it really did transfer to the audience, in my opinion. One tip for future performances would be for you to use up the entire stage, because I realized that you were more so on the left side of the stage and you went probably once or twice to the right side when you're facing the audience in this sense. So you use up the stage a lot on the left side but not so much on the right, so that would be my only tip for you for future performances. We went in to Deli Ranks as another local entertainer, and the performance was off to a good start. I got what I expected from Delhi because Delhi has a certain performance level. However, I didn't really grasp where he went from singing his songs to going into a kind of hype or chant session about Broad Out. I feel like that kind of made me disconnect a little bit. However, you did recover by going back and ending the performance with some singing, and I really wish you would have sang your songs more because you have lovely songs and I really wanted to hear you sing them. But just like I would have said, there are some logistics feedback and overall feedback about the concert that I will give nearing the end of this video that might have been part of what affected some of the local artists' performances on the night of the show. We move into our final local artist performance for the National Heroes Day Freedom Concert, and that was iTebulous. I know a lot of you would probably be wondering at this point, what can I say about iTebulous? But yes, I'm not here to be biased, you know, and you guys can hold me accountable in the comment section if you want to. But the intro and the tribute that iTebulous started out with for Lenny really touched me in a different way, because Lenny is one of those persons who would have done so much for music on the island of Nevis, and we don't normally hear people mentioning him when they talk about music and what we have accomplished, how far we've come. So that was a really nice touch to your performance, doing that tribute to Lenny iTebulous. I like the rendition of True Vision. I really thought that it got us into a more patriotic mood as we were there for National Heroes Day, but independence was shortcoming. So I really like the rendition of True Vision. What I will say is that I feel like for someone who released some bangers before Culturama, I didn't hear you sing Kinky Wine, I didn't hear you sing Jam With Everybody. Granted, it may not have been the atmosphere for Fet Energy. I really expected for iTebulous to give us some Kinky Wine and Jam With Everybody. So your performance was good, but going forward, I would say incorporate some of your new songs into your lineup. I'm not sure if that was a part of what you practiced, but you didn't get to execute it for whatever reason, but that is my feedback for you. I want to end the local segment of this concert by saying that I loved the vibe that the local artists provided. I love how they came on back to back and how it was just a breath of fresh air. I must commend the organizers for having a local showcase at such an international show. As we move into the international artist segment of this concert, we started off with Claudette CP Peters. I don't know if I'm the only one, but Not You has been living rent-free in my mind for months. So when she came out and she started her performance with the intro to Not You, and then she went on to sing some other songs, I truly enjoyed the nice mix down of oldies and new songs and current songs that other artists around the region had. I really enjoyed the mix, but for me it was when she came back and sang Not You. That was what made the performance, like, gave it that extra like feeling for me. I felt connected in that moment with the performance. Her energy and vocals are truly like unmatched. When you think about like female soca artists, you hear a lot of really good songs from them, but performance wise live, it really doesn't always live up to that hype, and CP lived up to that hype. My only thing is, I don't know if I was having too much fun and I didn't realize that you sang it, but I don't remember hearing Jumping Away. Jumping Away was like a track that all of us knew and all of us sang word for word, and I was really looking forward to hearing that, and I didn't. If you did, my apologies, but I was really looking forward to hearing Jumping Away. We move into Jahmiel. Now, for me, Jahmiel's performance, I didn't really have that much of a high expectation, because even though I'm a Jahmiel fan and I know his music, past and current music, I never really watched a live performance of him. But let me tell you, the way how Jahmiel's performance from start to end had me singing word for word, and the way how he connected with the fans. Every now and again throughout his performance, he took time to come down at the front of the stage and like connect with the fans by touching their hands, asking questions, giving us like a little intro to each song. It was a different vibe. It really was a different vibe, and I truly enjoyed that so much. So even though I didn't have that much of a high expectation for a live performance, you truly exceeded any expectations I had. So big props to you, Jahmiel. After Jahmiel, we went into Christopher Martin. I am still amazed at the fact that Christopher Martin performed for about an hour or more. He sang, he danced, and it's every time you heard him start a new song, it sounded as if he just started the performance. Like, that is amazing. There's a lot of people who can sing songs in a studio, but to perform them live back to back, like, some people would have some challenges, and that takes a lot of work. And Christopher Martin, you're definitely a big deal. Definitely a big deal for that. So I must give you props for that. I really wish I heard melody to my song though. I did ask you backstage and you said you didn't have it on your lineup, but I really wish melody to my song was one of the songs that you performed at the concert, as well as Girl Like Rain, because those two are two of my favorite songs from you, and I really wish that I got to see you perform them live. So at this point of the concert, we are going into another performer, another international performer by the name of Romain Virgo. That was ideally the last entertainer that I witnessed in person at the show, solely because of the timeline that the show was on. The show started a bit late, and to be honest, the changeovers took a while, which again, my feedback would be after all the performances that I've seen. So you'll definitely have to watch until the end to see that. But I was present for the performance of the one and only Romain Virgo. Anyone who knows me knows of my love for music overall, but Romain Virgo has a way with songs. He has a way with music, and pre-recorded versions of these songs sound amazing, but hearing him and seeing him perform them back to back live, giving that real energy, helping you connect with the messages in this song, because sometimes in actuality we know the songs and we're really and truly just enjoying the music, but you have to be going through something or in a different kind of mood to actually listen to the lyrics. Romain Virgo's performance was truly a production in itself. It was a movie. I thoroughly enjoyed his entire performance, and no lie, as a real Virgo nation, like as a Virgo Nation fan, I feel blessed to have been able to experience this live. I really do. One key moment stood out to me about Romain Virgo's performance. It was the fact that throughout the night, rain was falling on and off, and through his performance, it started to drizzle. And then it started pouring, and he stood there, and people stood there in the audience as well while he was performing, and I can't imagine how that would have felt because I am asthmatic. But seeing him do that made me feel like it was really more about the music and more about the fans than anything, and that was a refreshing experience in itself. It truly was. So to all the promoters, organizers, you guys could bring Romain Virgo as much as you bring Destra. It's definitely worth it. You could bring Romain Virgo as much as you bring Destra. So I left the venue approximately around 4 a.m. Really and truly, I wanted to see Burning Flames performance as well as Grandmaster's band, but just in case you guys were not aware, we have a thing with events in Nevis, in the Federation. Maybe it's a Caribbean thing where events don't start on time. That's something we really need to work on. Two, my second piece of feedback is that I feel like all artists should be given the same amount of attention when it comes to sound check. I am aware that some of the local artists didn't get a chance to sound check, and that is something that is very pivotal to putting down a very top-notch performance, and that's something that we shouldn't be wavering on when we are keeping events of this magnitude at all. The same respect that you have and the same effort you put behind making sure that the regional and international artists get to sound check should be the same effort you put behind making sure that our local artists get to sound check and run through their sets as seamless as possible. Make sure they are comfortable so that when they are put in these positions on international stages, that they can represent us to the best of their ability. Another piece of feedback for me was realizing that one of the two entrances to the stage was blocked with equipment. I don't know if this decision was necessarily easier for the logistics crew, but it definitely wasn't something that was easy for me as one of the concert attendees to see. The constant back and forth movement of DJs, logistics crew, managers for each artist on stage in the background of the performances that are ongoing, it really did not give a professional feel to me. I really want us to minimize those happenings as much as possible going forward, because it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good that you have artists on stage performing and there's a DJ setting up or testing the equipment or something of that sort while that performer is on stage performing. It doesn't look good that somebody is walking by with a keyboard. It really doesn't give a professional feel, and that's something, like I said, we really need to work on going forward. I really didn't go to the event thinking that I would vlog per se, but while I was there, based on the vibe, I started feeling like I should do some form of content related to the concert, and this is why I'm here giving you guys my review, as well as being able to get some endorsement videos from some of the artists. So I do have a video that I will attach here with Claudette Peters. If I don't attach it here, I will attach it somewhere else in the video, but I do have a video with Claudette Peters. I have one with Christopher Martin, Jahmiel, and Romain Virgo, and I truly want to say thank you guys so much for endorsing BlackisGolden. And if you were not aware, the official attire for that night was themed Black is Golden, because I was wearing black and gold, Jahmiel was wearing black and gold, Romain had his little bit of black and, you know, gold going on, as well as Christopher Martin. So yeah, it was definitely a Black is Golden affair at the National Heroes of Freedom concert. As I close out this video, I want to say that I feel like the organizers put on a really good show. The lineup was planned as best as I think it could have been. The vibe built very nice. It was built very nice. The lead up from one artist to the next, and having them be some of the artists that have songs together and being able to come and perform those songs together was a really nice touch. And I want to say that this is one of the best concerts I've ever been to. So kudos to the NIA and all the persons involved who were a part of this process. I really enjoyed the concert overall, and I can't wait to be at the next one. For those of you who attended the concert or watched it online, let me know in the comment section how you feel about my feedback. Let me know if you feel how you felt about the concert. I'm really open to having a conversation with you guys in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.